Want to know who has the highest dokkan power level in 5.9? You're about to find out. What is going on, 5.9 gamers, and welcome back to the 5.9 mobile channel. My name is Vilify, and today we're going to be taking a look at the power levels of the 5.9 mobile channel. So, if you guys are not familiar with how we do things, we take a look at the numbers, kind of crunch everything in between, take a look at all the kind of minute details involving power levels, kind of factor in the kind of things that have changed over the past couple of weeks, as we do this as a monthly series. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in and talk about some of the deciding factors that kind of went into this month's kind of power levels, right? JP recently saw a new area for the best link leveling stage, I would say. You could, ask a lot of people, and I feel like you get a lot of the same answers, right? When we talk about kind of like the overall, the spectrum of link leveling, right? Like we talk about like high stamina cost areas like that, and we kind of talk about stuff like that, like we think about area 30, stage 4, and all of these things have kind of factored into how it looks with the JP side of things. And also over on the global side of things, you guys have seen new areas for quests and all that kind of fun stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some of the numbers here. Okay, so taking a look at the first kind of graphic here that we are taking a deeper look into, we are talking about the category of battle power per day JP versus global. So as you guys know, with the 5.9 mobile channel here, we go by version, so the JP side of things versus the global side of things. There are some reputable names on both sides that kind of carry the heavy lifting for both versions. And if you guys can see, the battle power per day, global is up to 20.6 million as of November 30th, and JP is up to 24.7 million as of November 30th. So you guys can see that JP has about a 4 million advantage in overall total power level in between the two versions. And if we want to kind of break it down in between the two versions, we have the JP battle side. We have the pie chart that you guys have seen in the previous videos. So nothing here that's too like crazy with how things have like kind of changed in terms of the numbers. We have Mr. Truth at 36%. We have Nolar at 23%. We have Minato at 16%, Jinro at 11%, and then myself and Rick Fox both taking up 7%. So we'll just combine him and I are 14%. Shout out to Rick Fox. So that is kind of how things look. As usual, Truth is about a third of the board. He is doing the heavy lifting. The guy's a grinder. We all know this. And Nolar obviously holds his weight as well with that 23%. So right there you have 59% of the board. By no weird coincidence, that's 5.9%. But it is how it kind of worked out. So 59% of the board belongs to those two, and then the remaining 41% is split amongst the rest of us. But shout out to Minato and Jinro for sure for holding their weight at over 10%. I'll try to get over to 10% myself, but competing with guys like that, it's going to be tough to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and move over to the more packed version, and that is the global side of things. Now we have a ton of names here, a lot more even distribution, no one quite over 30% like Truth is on JP, but on the global side of things, we have Toon Rami at 29%, the Masked Ningen at 19%, Goresh at 18%, the host of the Dokkan Battle podcast, Joe Wags, at 12%, the homie Tystra, the sus one, we'll call him, at 12%. He's grinding. Shout out to Tystra. Then we have 6% for Ice Cold Joker and 4% for our boy Gale Riot. We love Gale around here, but his Dokkan link leveling game is weak. I don't like Gale's link leveling game, but we love Gale, so that is how it worked. But you guys can see how Toon Rami and Masked Ningen are accounting for 48%, with Goresh and Joe Wags taking up the other 30%, and then Tystra with the other 12%. So Tystra, again, has definitely pulled his weight. He has established himself as a absolute contender with this power level stuff. He was towards the bottom. I remember the first episode of this series, we were kind of making fun of how his power level looked, and now he has surpassed myself. He is on pace to surpass Joe Wags and maybe potentially Jinro on the JP side of things. He has just been putting in the work. He has about 2.5 million power level right now, so you have to give the respect where it is due. He has been grinding. So that was the kind of version versus version kind of comparison. Let's go ahead and look at the most improved battle power, sorry. So the most improved battle power, we call this a percentage increase. Ice Cold Joker had a 0.6% increase in power over the month. Nolar had a 2.1% increase over the last month. I'm not going to say over the last month. We're just going to assume it's for the last month for the rest of this, okay? Myself, I had a 2.6. This is Vilify. Jinro had 3%. Gale had 3%. There you go, Gale. Goresh had a 3.8% increase. Rick Fox had a 5% increase. Truth had a 6.2% increase, very consistent. Toon Rami had a 6.3% increase. Mass Ningen had a 9.3% increase. I think that might have had something to do with all his heroes units that he link leveled at once. So shout out to him for that. Joe Wags had a 12.7% increase, again hiking up the link leveling game to a whole nother level. Minato went up 13.6% and Tystra went up 13.7%. So again, another month of Tystra being the most improved in percentage. I'm telling you, Tystra's got that grind set. We call Tystra the Sigma Chad over here. He's even past Giga Chad, right? He's that guy apparently. So he's the link leveling king. You got any questions? Ask Tystra. You got to stop asking Truth the questions. You got to ask Tystra. He's the one with the answers, right? So if you want to take this percentage and break it down to a battle power increase per day, we're looking at Ice Cold Joker at 244. This is kind of incredible. Gale Riot is not in last place for battle power increase per day. Gale is at 600, and I want to say that's 89. The graphic that I'm looking at is a little bit tough, but about 680 battle power per day. I am at 1.5, so about a link level and a half per day. We're working on that, I promise. Jinro at 2.5k, Rick Fox at 2.6k, Nolar at 3.8, Goresh at 4.5, and then there's a significant jump to Joe Wags at 9.4, Tystra at 9.9, Ningen at 10.9, almost 11,000, Toon Rami at 11,000, Minato at 15,000, and then Truth at a whopping 17,000. So if you want to average that out, Truth gets about 17.5 link level 10s a day. So however many stones that takes, I'm not too sure. It's alleged to be around 15 or so. Maybe it's a little bit more. I could be talking out of line there, but I think that's about what it is. So now that we have kind of gotten all of these statistics out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the big boy stuff. What everybody is here for, the overall power levels as of November 30th, 2022. We have Gale Riot coming in as the only member below 1 million at this point at 701,000. We have Ice Cold Joker coming in at the second to last spot at 1.24 million. We have Rick Fox coming in next at 1.65. We have myself at 1.8 million, well 1.82 million. Got to give myself all the credit I can get. And then we have Tystra coming in at 2.47 million, Joe Wags at 2.5 million, Jinro at 2.68 million, Goresh at 3.8 million, roughly 3.775. I rounded up a lot there for no reason. Goresh is at 3,775,000. Let's go ahead and rework that one. Mass Ningen is at 3.88 million. Minato just crossed 4 million. Shout out to him. Nolar is at 5.58 million. Toon Rami is at 5.9 million. I like the 5.9 references in this video. 5.98 million. Then there is a near 3 million power gap here. The Truth DT, he is at 8.93 million power level. So if that's what you guys came to see, there it is. The Truth as of November 30th has 8.9 million power level over on the JP Dokkan side of things. I know that's exciting, but this is being recorded with a couple weeks of data behind it, so he is definitely well over 9 million at this point. If we want to just talk about just how link leveling has been going, a lot of factors do come into it for a lot of different people. It is nice when you can kind of sit down and dedicate a lot of time to link leveling. It is quite the grind, and if you do want to have like a 5 million to a 4 million power level, you really do have to sit down and do it like all day. Having a Dokkan device is definitely the way to go if you want to be a hardcore link leveler. I personally don't have a Dokkan device, so devoting my phone to all day of link leveling it's really tough to do. But I do like the game enough to the point where I can at least say I'm close to 2 million power level. I'd say that's a pretty respectable number, right? So that's all I got for you in today's video. This has been the 5.9 monthly power level recap for the middle of December. This is the November number, so you can expect to see the December numbers in about 3 weeks or so, right after the New Year's season drops and whatnot. So that's all I got for you in today's video. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe to the 5.9 mobile channel so you don't miss out on any other top 5 list, any of that fun stuff in the future power level series. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Vilify. It's been a pleasure hosting for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.